a bit. The corner position, I like to keep those corners, and maybe the nickel position, but I like to keep those corners, but maybe those safeties are versatile. We don't have a free safety, we don't have a strong safety. We got safeties. So those guys, it depends on, what side of the field on. They could be asked to be in man coverage, they can be asked to be in zone. You never know. So the best thing about it is we got versatile guys that can play some man coverage and play some zone.
Who plays nickel right now?
We got a group. Right now it's DiCaprio right now. It's JoJo's playing some. Ethan Cox is playing some. Cam Taylor is playing some. So right now, those are guys.
What are some of the traits that you're looking for in that nickel position?
The same traits I'm looking for in other positions. I'm just looking for guys that play within the defense first, and then looking for guys that are gritty at that position, can tackle, can cover, and just the basic things I would be looking for at the other positions. But right now, I think we got a good group of nickels. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting to see who end up falling at that spot at the end of camp.
What specifically have you seen from Deonte Williams in practice?
Deonte is doing a lot better from the spring. Making the calls is the biggest thing I see from him, and getting the calls out of his mouth, getting the defense lined up. He's flying around. He's probably somewhere at the top in the interceptions in the group. Maybe neck to neck with someone, but he's been trying to be a leader back in the secondary. Kind of quiet at the beginning when he first got here. Now he's doing a better job of talking.
Can you tell that he's the son of a former NFL guy? Does that ever stand out?
NFL guy, or his dad is NFL?
His dad, the son of one, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Deonte just plays with a chip on his shoulder. That's the way he plays. If you watch his film, coming from JUCO in high school, he was the same way. I was fortunate enough to play against his dad. His dad was a great player in the NFL.
Okay.
So I know his dad personally, and I just think that Deonte is Deonte. He's not his dad. He's Deonte, and he's doing a great job of flying around and making plays for him.
He said he's 2.0 better than his dad. So.
His dad played in the NFL. Right now, he's battling for a starting position here.
Hey, Trey Neal, how much did you talk to him, over the process of the summer when you kind of knew he was coming as a grad transfer?
Honestly, I didn't talk to him much. I just kind of wanted those decisions that were made by Trey to be on Trey and his family. And I love coaching the kid. I love coaching all those boys back at UCF. But I don't get tied into, trying to get guys to transfer and stuff like that. I think that Trey can definitely come in and help us out. And I think that if he was at UCF, he definitely can help those guys out. But it was 100% on Trey and his family. So I didn't really talk to him much.
For him, though, coming to Nebraska, was it almost like walking on the practice field the day after the Peach Bowl? Or was there a big adjustment still, even though the schemes are the same and everything else?
Well, he hasn't been here, so I wouldn't say it's just a walk in the park. We've added on to the defense since he's been gone, so he had to learn some of the add-ons that we've done, and then get back on the pace. I'm pretty sure there's no replica of this offense, no matter where you got. So he got to get in shape, and had to get back in shape. And he did a pretty good job this offseason working with himself, trying to get himself in shape. But there's no replica of this offense. Coming here and going against this offense every day, there's no replica of that. So he had to come back here and get back into it.
He started 18 games for you there. What did he do just to kind of earn your trust, and kind of what were his real strengths?
He's the quarterback on defense. That's what he was at UCF. When we asked him to go out, get the defense lined up, make all the checks, he did it. And he did it with confidence. And, that was one of his big strengths. And he's been doing that since he's been back.
Travis, just in general, what did you learn from that Sunday scrimmage about your guys?
They're getting better. Some of the things I'm asking them to do, I knew it going into it that they wasn't used to doing it. The amount of pressure I put on them every day. I knew that they know how to overcome that pressure and block it out. They'll get better as a group. And for the most part, I think I'm getting that out of the guys. So I'm just trying to figure out more creative ways myself to get more pressure on those guys and see if they block it out. And while they're blocking out that pressure, they're still getting better and staying focused on the task at hand. So that's really what I'm doing, and making the room competitive, like I told you before. Just making the room competitive all across the board. So that production chart, and you guys get a chance to see it at the end of camp, and then you'll see every day that deal was changing up, and how it ends, you know.